Vault Contract Management provides a better way for your chapter or house corporation to manage custom contracts, lease agreements, and other agreements with your members and parents. The fee for each signed contract is $3. Contract Management is located under the House menu and also under the gear icon in the top right corner of Vault. Once on the Contract Management page, you have the option to add a new contract, edit existing contracts, or delete pending contracts. You will notice 3 separate sections: pending contracts, effective contracts, and contract history. To create a new contract, select the Add New Contract button within the Contract Management page. The Add New Contract page displays as a draft, and until contract details, recipient details, contract files, and signature settings have been added. You will begin by completing the contract details section by entering the name, type, effective dates, description, and signer message. Keep in mind that the effective dates are the start and end dates for the term of the contract. The description is viewable only on Vault and will not be seen by recipients. However, the signer message will be seen by recipients when they log onto their MyOmegaFi account. The recipient section will allow you to choose the appropriate audience for the contract, choose an email reminder frequency, and it gives you the option to add the signature deadline to the recipient's calendar on MyOmegaFi. The contracts file section is where you attach the contract that you have created. The signature setting allows you to determine who needs to sign the contract, the signature fields that appear on the contract, the date recipients will have access to the contract, and the signature deadline for the contract. The primary signer is the member, and the primary signer will always be required. You have the option to require a guarantor signer as well. The guarantor signer could be a parent, legal guardian, etc. Each recipient will have the opportunity to add their guarantor's information when they log onto their MyOmegaFi account. The next step is to select signature fields. This button will not be available unless there is an attached contract. On the next page, you can select a primary signature and/or a guarantor signature from the drop-down box at the top of the page. Once you have selected the signature type, click Add Signature. The selected signature fields automatically display at the top of the contract. You can click and drag fields to any other location on the contract if necessary. To view options for each signature field, select the gear icon that appears while hovering over the signature field. The signer option will allow you to select primary signer or guarantor signer as the signature setting. You can select type to determine how members will sign the contract. They can click to sign, click to initial, or capture signature. The signer can use their finger or a stylus to sign the contract. The Add Field option will allow the user to select any additional field they would like to include. Remember that it is necessary to require text fields, list and text areas if they must be completed by the signer. If you do not select the gear icon next to the field and click Is Required, the signers will be able to sign the contract without completing the field. Finally, the Remove button will allow you to remove the signature field altogether. These fields are available for both primary and guarantor signers. Once this is complete, your work will be saved automatically and you can exit the contract window. To complete the contract, you must enter a Publish On date and signature deadline. The Publish On date is the day that the contract becomes viewable and an email is sent to the selected recipients. The signature deadline is the last date which the recipients may sign their contracts. Depending on the information you have completed thus far, click Save, Publish, or Schedule to upload the contract. Contracts will show as drafts, scheduled, or published. Once a contract is published, you cannot edit the contract files or signature settings without first unpublishing it. A contract will move to the complete status when the published date and effective dates arrive. Once this occurs, active and complete contracts appear in the Effective Contracts section of the Contract Management page. Lastly, you have the option to view a signature detail report. You can do this by clicking the button towards the top of the page. The report allows you to view fees by signatures and fees by contracts based on the date range from the selected format. That completes the webinar on Vault Contract Management. As always, make sure to select the Logout button when you are finished with your section, and thank you for watching. Please contact your chapter service representatives with any questions.